Liverpool are champions. Arthur agrees Juve switch. Chelsea contemplate Alaba signing, a transfer roundup, and today's Friday feels all coming up in the next few minutes. As I'm your host, Matt Froelich, you are the Onefootballers, and this is the Daily News. First up, and Liverpool are champions, but you guys already knew that. For the first time in 30 years, their first ever Premier League title and their 19th English League title overall, Jurgen Klopp's men have done it, and they did it all from the comfort of their home. Well, last night certainly, at least. Liverpool players had their feet up as they watched Chelsea beat Pep Guardiola's Manchester City 2-1 in, well, a rather interesting game, and it's quite reminiscent of 5 years ago. Chelsea then stopped Tottenham winning the match and gave the title to Leicester, and 5 years later they're stopping City, and now the title belongs to Liverpool. It's been a long wait, but my word, you cannot begrudge Liverpool for winning it. They have been unbelievable. Not this season, but the last 2 seasons. In fact, they were so incredibly close to winning it last season, you would have thought that mentally it'd be quite draining to go for the whole campaign, to only lose 1 match, and then to lose to Manchester City by 1 point. No, they've come back over the summer even fresher, with more determination, more relentless attacking football, and have been incredible. In fact, if they win 5 of their last 7 games, they will actually topple Manchester City's record for points in the Premier League, which currently stands at 100. All the plaudits has to go to Jurgen Klopp as well for turning not just the team but the whole club around into this absolute European force. It's just a shame they haven't got anything left to play for this season, but you could be 100% certain that they'll be back even bigger, even better next campaign. On top of this though, a lot of credit does go to that Chelsea match. It's kind of easy to overlook it because what it meant for Liverpool and for the title, but do not sleep on Frank Lampard doing a fantastic job at Chelsea. They've started after the restart brilliantly as well. They're chasing down Leicester in 3rd and may even, if City's poor form continues, chase down Manchester City for 2nd place. This is an inexperienced young manager, and he's doing basically what United hoped Ollie was going to do when he was having that little bit of a dip in form, and what Arsenal are certainly hoping that Mikel Arteta is going to do. A former player coming back to the club and really putting things right. Massive plaudits definitely goes to Frank Lampard as well. But moving away from that just for a minute and to some transfer talk, where we broke some news on Wednesday that Arthur, well, he was going to be moving to Juventus because the 2 clubs had agreed a fee in around 72.5 million euros. 22.5 million for Arthur would have been an absolute steal. Anyway, it looks as though yesterday that the Brazilian midfielder has finally agreed to leave the club and move to Juventus. Now, there's 2 reasons for this. First off, apparently Eric Abidal and a few other directors of Barcelona said the club is in a bit of a financial sticky situation. So there's going to need to be pay cuts all round. And on top of this, he's not going to get the minutes that he wants next season. This, again, I said it all on Wednesday, is unbelievable. A 23-year-old who could be the future of their midfield, he's not going to get minutes ahead of like a 32-year-old Rakitic or Vidal, who should definitely be moved on. Absolutely bizarre to me, but that's the stance that Barcelona are taking. And when Juventus come in saying how much they want him, they want to build the team around him, certainly the midfield area, and that they actually really wanted to give him all the minutes, it's kind of hard to turn down. Anyway, apparently he has agreed verbally, not signed the contract yet, to a 5-year deal with the reigning Italian champions that will see his pay jump from around 3 million at Barcelona to 7 million euros per year. Of course, that also helps when tempting a player to sign for your club. And talking of tempting players to sign, next up, David Alaba could be on his way to Chelsea. This is just a rumour at the moment, but it does kind of make sense. It's been clear from all the transfer rumours and all the transfer talk in the last few months that Frank Lampard is really keen on extending his options at left back. This is because Emerson has been a bit hit and miss. Marcos Alonso's form is quite good going forwards, defensively not so much. And they've missed out on the likes of Alex Telles, looks to be signing for PSG, and Ben Chilwell looks to be staying at Leicester City. So, and by the way, I'm definitely not saying Alaba is bottom of this list last resort. It looks like they're going to turn their attention to the Bayern Munich defender. There have been rumours that he's not so excited about his future at Bayern, basically because of the form of Alphonso Davies and the fact that there are actually going to be proper centre-backs playing at centre-back next season when the likes of Hernandez and Sula are back from injury and fully fit. This leaves his future in the first team in a little bit of doubt, and maybe he could be tempted to swap to Stamford Bridge. The other thing on top of all this as well is that Alaba's contract runs out next summer. But there is no way that Bayern want to let him go on a free, so maybe, just maybe, they'll be tempted to sell him this summer with a good enough bid. Next up though, and to a quick roundup of the rest of the day's transfer news, where Pedro is inching ever closer to signing a 2-year deal to join Roma once his Chelsea contract expires. Thomas Meunier will also be leaving at the end of his contract at PSG and has officially signed for Dortmund. Jose Mourinho has told Spurs chairman Daniel Levy that he needs at least 5 new signings this summer if Spurs are to compete next season. And Bori Fati, the father of Barcelona wonder kid Ansu Fati, has said that there are absolutely no truth in the rumours linking his son with a move away from Barcelona, never mind to a ridiculous amount of money to move to Manchester United. So lastly but not least, we come to this week's Friday Feels. This, you know what it is. It's where you guys leave your footballing predictions in the comment section down below and we read out a few of them on Monday. So, a lot of football going on this weekend. The FA Cup returns. In England, you've got the last round of Bundesliga matches. There's La Liga matches and that exciting title race between Barca and Real Madrid. And there's also a lot more football going on. Serie A as well. So, for me, first off, I'm going to go for Celta to push Barcelona all the way. They've been in some pretty good form recently. I'm still going to go for a Barca win, just 3-2. Next up, and I think AC Milan are going to suffer a 1-0 home defeat to Roma. And lastly but not least, the final match there, the Bundesliga, I'm going for an Erling Haaland hat-trick as Dortmund host Hoffenheim. So that is all from me for today. Of course, let me know your Friday feels in the comment section down below and your thoughts on the rest of today's daily news. Whilst you're at it, you can smash the like button and hit the notification bell as well, because if you haven't seen this week, something rather interesting is coming up over the next few days here at Onefootball. That's all from me though. As always, make sure you guys stay safe, wash your hands, have a great weekend, and I will see you on Monday.